What's up everyone, it's Senti here and welcome to another FPL video on my channel. This is my Game Week 20 team selection. But before we get into the team selection, quickly looking at how I got on in Game Week 19. So 70 points for Game Week 19. It was a massive game week for me. Went from 1.2 million to 650 in the world. So it was a very good game week for me. I think the only letdown in Game Week 19 was Haaland, who was my captain. I had other options that I could have gone for in terms of Harry Kane and Rashford, who had better scores in Game Week 19. But all around, I think it was still a very good game week for me because I went up in my rank. But looking at Game Week 20, I think we need to try and make good decisions going forward so that we can keep improving and getting better ranks in our team. Now, looking at Game Week 20, there's a few teams that have been confirmed to have double game weeks in Game Week 20. So United have a double game week 20 where they play Manchester City at home and then they play away at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace play Chelsea away and then they'll play Man United at home. Manchester City will play Man United away and then they'll play at home against Tottenham Hotspurs. Tottenham Hotspurs will play at home against Arsenal and then they'll play away at Man City. So that's somehow where the fixtures are according to the double game weeks in Game Week 20. Now, if you look at some of the fixtures, I don't think attacking players from teams like Spurs is one of the smartest thing to do because they play Arsenal at home and then Manchester City. Those are fixtures that they could actually get nothing from in Game Week 20. So I think we need to be very careful when we're making any transfers heading into this Game Week 20. But looking at my team, this is how my team is right now. So I've got 5 double game week players already in my team without making any transfers. So I've got Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Rashford, Harry Kane and Haaland, who have got double fixtures in Game Week 20. Now, I've got 2 transfers that I can use as well to try change a few things in my team, and I have to actually make better decisions heading into Game Week 20 because even though some of the players have double game weeks, I feel like Luke Shaw plays Man City and Crystal Palace. Those are fixtures that he could actually get nothing from, if we're being honest. Those are quite difficult fixtures. With Kyle Walker, we're not really sure about the minutes. He played the whole 90 minutes in the FA Cup, so I'm not really sure he's going to feature in the fixtures against Man United and Tottenham Hotspurs. Harry Kane is somehow guaranteed minutes, and Haaland, I'm sure he's going to play in both fixtures. So I think we still need to take some time and think about the moves that we're going to be making in Game Week 20. Now, for myself, this is what I was looking to do with my team. The first thing that I was looking to do is transfer out Mo Salah. I think up to this point, Mo Salah hasn't justified his price tag in my team. He's only returned once since I brought him in for the past 3 to 4 game weeks now. I feel like I could downgrade him to another player and invest the money elsewhere in my team. Now, this is what I'm looking to do with Mo Salah. I'm looking to transfer out Mo Salah and bring in either Kevin De Bruyne or Martin Odegaard. Now, with De Bruyne, I'm only going to bring De Bruyne just for the double game week because, like I've been mentioning, it's not really the smartest thing to have 2 premiums from the single team, because if then they've got a bad fixture or they've got a bad game week, which will always happen, then you die all around. So I feel like spreading the fans around is always the smartest thing to do. But De Bruyne has a double game week where he plays United away and then he plays Tottenham Hotspurs. Those are difficult fixtures, but De Bruyne can still deliver in those fixtures. So I'm going to take Mo Salah out and bring in between De Bruyne or Odegaard. Now, the reason I'm going with Odegaard instead of Saka, because Saka is on 4 yellow cards. If he gets another yellow card in the fixture against Spurs, then he misses the next match. So I don't think it's worth it. Arsenal against Spurs is a very difficult fixture where anything can happen, and Saka could as well get a 5th yellow card in the fixture. So I don't think I would take a chance in bringing Saka. If I bring in another Arsenal outside, it could be Odegaard. Even though it's a difficult fixture, he's been playing well and Arsenal have been in very good form, and I'm hoping that they can continue with the form. And if I make a transfer and bring in Odegaard, he still returns for me. Now, the other transfer that I'm looking to do, since I've got 2 transfers this game week, is to transfer out Shea Adams. So I brought in Shea Adams during my wild card. Up to this point, he's only returned once and he's been having very bad game weeks. He plays Everton this week, which could be an easier fixture, but if I manage to transfer out Mo Salah, then I feel like I could actually go to Darwin Núñez. Now, Núñez is obviously a very frustrating pick when it comes to FPL because he misses a lot of chances, but even though he's got such bad stats with the missed chances, he's still ranked first for shots in 90 minutes and in the box. So with Liverpool, Mo Salah is always the one that's always been delivering, but up to this point, he doesn't look like scoring. He's not the one that's being found in all those good positions like Núñez is. He's missing a lot of chances because he makes good decisions in positioning himself better in the opposition box. So he's a very frustrating pick, but I still think having Liverpool assets is worth it. And for me, Salah is not the one that I want to go with going forward. I think I would prefer to downgrade Mo Salah to Núñez because he's a bit cheaper and I could use the money elsewhere in my team. Now, the other way I could go is with Mitrovic. He plays Newcastle away, but after that he plays Spurs and then Chelsea. I think those are not very easy fixtures, to be honest, and if I'm going to bring Mitrovic in my team, I'll have to wait because at some point he will play Forest, and that's a fixture that I could actually consider to bring him in my team. But up to this point, I think the easiest pick that I'm going to do is to switch Mo Salah to either De Bruyne or Odegaard. I could leave Shea Adams just for this game week because they play away at Everton, which could be the easy fixture. And maybe later on I bring in Núñez because this week Liverpool played Brighton, a very difficult team to break down. Brighton have been looking good, they've been playing better as well, so it's definitely going to be a difficult fixture for Liverpool. So bringing in Núñez in this game week when they play Brighton and then they play Chelsea is quite a bit of a difficult decision to make for me. So I might actually just stick with Shea Adams, but I'm quite sure I will make the midfield change to downgrade Mo Salah to either De Bruyne or Odegaard. So that's somehow where I stand with my transfers heading into Game Week 20. And if I make those transfers, this is how my team could look in Game Week 20. So in goal, I will have Ramsdale, who plays away at Tottenham. At the back, I will go with Trippier, Kyle Walker, and Dan Burn. Luke Shaw obviously is the one that most people prefer to have in the team, but as in terms of me for now, I'm willing to put Luke Shaw on the bench because he plays at home against Manchester City and then away at Crystal Palace. Those are not easy fixtures. Up to this point, I'm still having him on my bench. There's more time I could change my mind, but for now, I'm going to go with the back three of Trippier, Kyle Walker, and Dan Burn. In midfield, I'm going to go with Almiron, De Bruyne, Martinelli, and Rashford. So that's a 4 in midfield. And up front, I could go with Shea Adams, Holland, and Harry Kane. On my bench, I'll have Luke Shaw, Somerville, and Nico Williams. So that's the lineup that I could possibly go with in Game Week 20. And those are the changes that I could make in Game Week 20 as well. So transfer out Mo Salah, or downgrade to De Bruyne, and up front, maybe transfer out Shea Adams and bring in Núñez. Let me know in the comments what you're going to do with your teams and how you are approaching this double game, because I'm not really sure I can make more changes to bring in any players that have got double game weeks. This game week, I think I'll stick to my team and just make the decisions that I think will be necessary long term, rather than attacking these double game fixtures, which are quite difficult if I'm being honest. So let me know in the comments what you're doing with your teams for Game Week 20. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload videos every time. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.